The night before the Exodus. The night pressed heavy over Egypt, thick as the darkness that had swallowed the land days before. But on this night, the air held something sharper, like the stillness before a storm that would break the world in two. Moses stood alone in the dim glow of an oil lamp, the smell of rushes and desert dust clinging to his cloak. Behind him, in the distant camps of Goshen, the Israelites prepared the Passover lambs, their hands trembling with both fear and faith. The instructions had been clear: mark the doorposts, stay inside, wait for the Lord to move. But Moses had one more task, one last confrontation. Pharaoh's summons had come at dusk, dripping with the same fury he had worn since the Nile turned to blood. Moses walked the long hall of the palace, past guards whose eyes followed him like those of men watching a lightning bolt and hoping it would not strike. Pharaoh sat on his throne of gold, knuckles white on the armrests. "Get out," he hissed. "Take your people and go. But know this, Moses, if you ever see my face again, you will die." The lamp beside Moses flickered, but his voice did not. "You have spoken truly," he said. "I will not see your face again." He turned and left, but not before Pharaoh caught a faint tremor in Moses' expression, not fear, but sorrow. Sorrow for what the king's hardened heart had unleashed. Now, standing outside beneath a sky scattered with cold stars, Moses listened. The wind carried the distant bleating of lambs, the murmured prayers of families huddled in their homes, the crackle of fires burning low. The whole nation felt like a held breath, waiting for the moment God's justice would fall and freedom would rise. Aaron approached quietly. "Is it time?" Moses nodded. "Tonight, the Lord passes through Egypt, and tomorrow we walk free." He looked toward the horizon where the palace lights flickered like dying embers. Pharaoh had mocked the God of Israel, chained a nation, drowned infants, and hardened his heart through plague after plague. But the Lord had not forgotten his promise. Moses pulled his cloak tight as a chill swept the ground, not cold, but holy. "This night," he whispered, "changes everything." And as the moon climbed higher, the angel of the Lord moved unseen across the land. Doors marked in blood stood as havens of mercy. Doors without it felt the weight of judgment. In the stillness that followed, a cry rose across Egypt, sharp, staggering, unmistakable. Freedom's beginning often sounds like the breaking of chains, and sometimes like the breaking of a nation that refused to listen. Moses closed his eyes, letting the sound wash past him. At dawn, he would lead Israel out. Tonight, he stood between the past they were leaving and the promise they were walking toward.